Hello students, in previous class we discussed about the electric field a spherical shell which is conducting and even non-conducting sphere. So then how do you find the electric field due to a charged rod which is at a point on its axial line, or not like dipole we have seen, but we have taken a uniformly charged rod. Let me calculate, let me find electric field due to a electric field due to a uniformly charged rod, uniformly charged. Let me take here a charge of a rod of length L. Length of the rod is L, and this is what uniformly charged. And due to this charged rod, what will be the electric field at this point P? How do we find the electric field at this point? And which is at a distance r from one end of the rod. This point is P, which is at a distance r from one end of the rod. Is it? Now to calculate the electric field, we have a when you have taken this rod as a more length, but let us take at a distance x from this point P, at a distance x, let me calculate a dl part of the length, dx part of the dx length, which is at a distance x from this point. Now due to this dx part of the length and the charge of this dx part of the length, at this point we find the electric field. And thereafter, for entire length of the rod, what will the electric field by taking integration or by summation of those small integrals will get the resulting electric field at this point due to this entire rod. Is it? Let me finish. So consider the length of the rod. Length of rod. So this is not in the state PU syllabus. Syllabus in textbook not there, but it is point of object 2. Object 2 in the point of object 2. Is it in the point of object 2 we are discussing here? So consider length of the rod L having charge Q. Having charge Q. Let me take it is Q. To calculate electric field at P, at point P, to calculate electric field at point P at a distance, we have calculated electric field at point P. Imagine, consider dx length element of y, length element of rod. Now for this dx element at a distance x, so you need to know how to calculate electric field for anything. So we have seen previously for based on this Gauss law of electrostatics. So some more will discuss so that we can understand how to get the electric field due to any charged wire or ring or disc or anything. Again, at a distance x from point P, from each point P. Tell me now, what is the charge for this one? We know already having lambda, linear charge density, lambda is equal to what you know? Charge per unit length of the. Now, charge of dx length, is it? Which is very small, dq. Then what do you mean by dq? dq is nothing but lambda into dx. Lambda is nothing but what you know it is? Charge density, linear charge density. That means charge per unit length into that length. Q by L into dx. Q by L into dx. Or let me take it is lambda into dx. More properly, where you can take lambda into dx. Now, due to this dq charge, what will be the electric field at this point? Enter the electric field. As it is a positive charge, the electric field is radially outward, which is dE. Therefore, electric field due to dq charge at P, which is dE, very small, is equal to what is formula for electric field? 1 by 4 pi epsilon Q by R square. Is it? So let me write here 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught dq by this charge is dq. At this point, what is the distance from here to here? X square. 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught x square. As it is radially outward. That is what, if it is negative charged, towards. As it is positive charged, away from it. Is it? But we need to calculate not for dq, for all elements. Like this we have taken dx, dx1, dx2, dx3, dx4, dx5. Like that for entire length of the rod we need to calculate the electric field. Then what will we do? Just we do the integrate all these elements. Then from where to where? From here R to total length of from this point R, and what is this total length? R plus. Is it okay? Therefore, total electric field E is equal to integral dE, that is equal to integral dE. dE is nothing but what you know? 1 by 4 pi epsilon dq by x square, that is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught dq by x square. Let me substitute those values. E is equal to integral 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught dq. dq is nothing but what you know? Lambda into dx. Lambda dx by x square. Lambda into dx by x square. And what is the limit? What is the limit of this distance x R to this for entire rod, for entire length? Just we have seen for dx length, which is that distance from entire means from here to here. So from this point what is distance R? From this point what is distance R plus R? From R to R plus R. Therefore, E is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught is common and lambda is also constant. Then what we can write here? Dx by x square. Limits are from R to R plus R. And remember here, what is integral formula? Integral x power n dx is equal to x power n plus 1 by n plus 1. So what we can write here? 1 by x square. Integral 1 by x square means what? 1 by x square dx, which is x power minus 2 dx. Then x power minus 2 plus 1 by minus 2 plus 1. X power minus 2 plus 1 means x power minus 1. Minus 2 plus 1 means minus 1. That is what we get here? Minus 1. Let me substitute that same value here. Therefore, E is equal to 1 by lambda is here. We have lambda by 4 by epsilon naught into minus 1 by x. Limits are from R to R plus n. R to R plus n. Therefore, E is equal to lambda by 4 pi epsilon naught. First you substitute this upper limit minus 1 by R plus n minus instead of x R plus n minus of minus 1 by instead of x now R. Then that E is equal to lambda by 4 pi epsilon naught. Lambda by 4 pi epsilon naught. What is this value? Minus R into R plus n LCM. Minus here 1 minus 1. Then R plus L minus R. 1 by R minus 1 by R plus L. R plus L minus R. minus or plus or plus. What you have remaining? Therefore, E is equal to lambda by 4 pi epsilon naught, 4 pi epsilon naught into L by R into R plus L. But remember, what is lambda into L? Lambda is equal to Q by L, but lambda into L is nothing but what? Q is equal to lambda into L. So instead of this lambda, can we substitute Q? Therefore, E is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q by R into R plus L is the electric field into a charged rod. I hope you understood. Instead of calculating entire line, just we take the dx part of it. For this dx part of the line, what is the charge for dx part of the line? And at what distance? Now due to this dx part of the line, the charge is dq, and due to this dq charge at this point, the field is what? dE. That we have taken for entire rod, limits from R to R plus 1, and we got the expression from the field to this charged rod. Similar as that, let us discuss about the electric field due to a uniformly charged electric field due to an uniformly charged ring. So let me take a ring of radius is a radius, and O is the center of the ring, and this ring is charged, uniformly charged, is it? And at a distance x along its axis, electric field due to a uniformly charged ring along its axis. Now at a distance x, which is at a point P, which is at a distance x, we need to calculate the electric field due to this ring. Is it okay? Ring. Then consider a ring of radius R having lambda is nothing but what you know, linear charge density. Then charge per unit length, lambda by L. L is nothing but total length of the charge. So here L is equal to what you know, 2 pi R. Length of this ring is nothing but what? 2 pi. Lambda is equal to what? Q by L, charge by unit length. Now to calculate electric field at point P, which is at a distance x, to calculate electric field due to this ring, electric field at a distance x, to calculate electric field at point P, at a distance x from center, that distance x, we consider a dx length of the rod, or dl length of this rod, dl length of the ring. Is it okay? So let us calculate dl to calculate electric field at point P at a distance x from the center. We consider dl length of the wire. Consider dl length of wire. Is it? Now for this dl length of the wire, what is the charge of the dl length of the wire? Charge of dl length of the wire. So what is that? dq is equal to lambda into dl. So lambda is nothing but one charge per unit length into that small length. Is it? Lambda into dl. Now this is r and it is x, and due to this one dq charge, due to at P electric field due to this dq charge at point P, electric field due to dq charge at point P, dE very small, dq charge dl element, then for this dl element dq charge is dq. At this point, what is the charge? It is positive charged. Electric field is radially outward. dE. Similarly, even if it is a cos theta, then what is the sign in theta? Then resolve into components. Already we have done similar thing for a dipole on an equatorial line, same as that. Now, what is the component of electric field along this direction? dE cos theta. And what is vertical component in the direction? Perpendicular component dE sin theta. dE sin theta. Okay. Similarly, you take one more dx length of dl length of the part, and even due to this also, you will get a electric field dE, which is having same direction, and due to this one again, dE cos theta along this direction, and dE sin theta along this direction. So that you can understand two things, that along vertical direction the electric fields are equal in opposite direction, therefore electric field along vertical direction is cancelled. Whereas along the axis of this ring, the electric fields get added. Is it okay? Electric field gets added. Now tell me, if this is if it is a distance, or let me take it is already we have taken A is the radius, ring of radius A, and it's okay, ring of radius A. Then this is A, let me take it is AR. Now tell me, what is electric field due to dx dq charge at that point? dE is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught dq by this one. What is the resistance? R square. I hope you understood R square dE. Is it okay? Now, along vertical direction, electric field is 0 because both are equal in opposite direction. Therefore, along axis of a ring, electric fields can be added. So what you can write? E is equal to dE cos theta integral. All the components of dE cos theta can be added. So what do you get here? dE cos theta. Then total electric field is equal to integral dE. dE value substitute 1 by 4 pi epsilon dq by r square. 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught dq by r square into cos theta. Again, what do you mean by this dq? dq is nothing but lambda into dl. Let me substitute that also. And even what is cos theta from this one? Cos theta is equal to adjacent by hypotenuse. Is it? Where cos theta is equal to x by r. That value will substitute dq. Lambda dl will substitute. And what will be the limits? 0 to a total radius. For total. Is it okay? That is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught lambda dl by r square into cos theta is nothing but what is known x by r. That is equal to integral. Now lambda is constant 4 pi epsilon naught, lambda by 4 pi epsilon naught, even x by r cube, x is also constant. Integral dl is nothing but what is known total length of the rod, total length of the ring. So that is equal to lambda by 4 pi epsilon naught into x by r cube into L, total length of the rod, which is nothing but what is total length of the rod? 2 pi a. radius of the ring. Here lambda is equal to what? Charge per unit. Okay, correct. Now you can write q is nothing but what you know? Lambda into L. Lambda into L is nothing but what? Q. That is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught. Lambda into L is nothing but what? Q into x by r. What is r cube? Look at this one. R is equal to power a square plus x square. R is equal to put our a square plus x square. R cube means what? R cube. Put our a square plus x square whole power 3 by 2. Then r square a square plus x square whole power 3 by 2 is the electric field due to this ring at a distance x from the point. Is it? Now tell me, at x is equal to 0, what is the electric field? 0. At x is equal to 0 means what? Center. At center of ring. At center of the ring, what is the electric field? E is equal to. What happens? What is that one? X equal to 0 means 0. But thereafter, as x value increases, what happens? This one electric field also changes. So this is electric field to be a ring or its axis of it. E is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon qx by r square plus x, a square plus x square over 3 by. A is the radius, x is the distance from the center of the ring, q is the charge on that ring. Is it? Similarly, let us see that electric field will be a uniformly charged disk along its axis. As it is a disk, disk is nothing but we have a charge, and which is due to this disk at the from the center of the disk at a distance x, which is at a point P. We need to calculate the electric field due to this charged disk. Is it? Everything is charged. Now, instead of calculating the entire disk, consider disk of radius, let us take this having sigma. Sigma is nothing but what? Surface charge density. Q. Sigma is equal to Q by A. What is the area of this one? Pi r. Sigma by Q by A. And but instead of calculating due to entire ring, then let us take a dy length of this disk, which is at a distance y. Dl length or dy length. So consider dx dy thickness or dy part of disk at a distance y from center. Now tell me, what would be the charge for dy part? Charge on dy part, charge on dy part. dq is equal to sigma into charge per unit area into 2 pi y into dy, because 2 pi y thickness of this one is area of this one. Area is nothing but what? Length into thickness. That is 2 pi r into dy. 2 pi r into dy. 2 pi y into dy. Now already we know due to this dq charge, what is electric field at this point? Already we calculated for a ring. Therefore, electric field at P due to dq charge, due to this dq charge at this point, same as the previous one, then E is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught qx by r square plus x square whole power 3 by 2. Is it? Same as this one. 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught dq x from the by, here it is x, it is y, x square plus y square whole power 3 by 2, x square plus y square whole power. Now you substitute dq value here. What is dq value for? Small electric field due to dq charge, the electric field due to dq charge dE is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught dq. dq is nothing but what? Sigma into 2 pi y into dy. Sigma into 2 pi y into dy into x. Already x we have. x by x square plus y square whole power 3 by 2. Is it? Now, then what is total electric field? Electric field due to entire disk. Electric field due to entire disk. Electric field due to entire disk. E is equal to integral dE. What are the limits from center to this edge? That means 0 to r. 0 to r is equal to integral 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught dq. Sigma into 2 pi into x. Sigma into 2 pi into x y dy. Or even you take pi into x 2y dy by x square plus y square whole power 3 by 2, and this is what are the limits here? 0 to 1. Then E is equal to sigma pi get cancelled, pi get cancelled. So what you can write here? Sigma into x by 4 epsilon naught into integral 2y dy by x square plus y square whole power 3 by 2. Limit starts from 0 to r. And remember this value for y square 2y dy. If you take y as x, y square is equal to x, from that one you can do in differentiation you get in maths. But here, let me write here sigma into x by 4 epsilon naught into this integration is minus 1 by root over 1 by root x. Is it? Minus 1 by root over x square plus y square. That is the limit 0 to r. We will start from 0 to r. Instead of y, first we have to substitute r. And so what do you get here? Sigma into, first if you substitute r, what do you get? X square plus r square 1 by. Next, instead of y 0, 1 by root x. Is it? Then sigma by 4 epsilon naught into sigma by 4 epsilon naught into minus 1 by root over x square plus r square minus 1 by root over x square plus 0. First we will substitute upper limit to r instead of y, next lower limit instead of y 0. That is equal to sigma by 4 epsilon naught into, here this is nothing but 1 by x. 1 by x minus 1 by root over x square plus r square. Is it 1 by x? Therefore electric field is equal to multiply with this x also. Sigma by 4 epsilon naught into 1 minus x by root over r square plus x square. This is the final expression due to the uniformly charged ring at that point, whatever we have seen. Is it? Then what would be this charged ring? Already we have sigma, here 2y will be there. So finally 1 by root x here 2 epsilon naught will be there. 2 epsilon naught. 2 epsilon naught. Y dy. Yes, 2 to cancel here. 1. So sigma by 2 epsilon into 1 minus x will in our r square. Now at x is equal to 0, x is equal to 0. What is this one? X by root r at center. Sigma by 2 epsilon naught to sigma by 2 epsilon naught 1 minus at center x is equal to 0. Here it is also what x. This value 0. Then E is equal to sigma by 2 epsilon. This value is what? At center this value is nothing but 0. So this is electric field due to a uniformly charged disk at a point P on its axis. So like this we can calculate electric field due to any type of the charged bodies. Let us discuss one example. The electric field intensity at point P and Q in the shown arrangement are in the ratio. Here what given? Two spherical shells. Spherical shells. Spherical shells. Spherical shells. Two spherical shells. So okay. Tell me, for a spherical shell, what is the electric field inside of the spherical shell? 0. Is it or not? Already we have derived based on the Gauss line electrostatics. But which is at the point outside? What is the electric field? Electric field at that point is E is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught q by r square. Let me write first electric field for a shell inside is equal to 0, whereas electric field outside is equal to what? 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught q by r square. These already we have derived in previous classes. But here at point P, what is electric field? Can you tell? So here due to the charge q and due to the charge 3q. And this point P is for first shell outside and for second shell inside. Therefore, due to second shell at point P is 0. But due to this first shell at this point is what? 1 by 4 pi epsilon q by r square. Okay? At point P, electric field is equal to E is equal to E1 plus E2. Electric field due to first shell and electric field due to second shell. But E1 is equal to what? 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught charge q by what is the distance? R square plus E2. For E2 means what? For second shell this point is what? Inside. Therefore it is what? 0. Then 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught q by r square. Let me take here it is EP first. Similarly, at point Q, so what is at this point Q? At this point Q, electric field due to this first spherical shell and even electric field due to the second spherical shell also we need to calculate. Then electric field E is equal to E1 plus E2. E1 plus E2. That is equal to E1. E1 means electric field due to this shell. And this point is at a distance to R, which is outside of this shell. Then what is electric field? 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught q by 2R whole square, because the distance from here to here is what? 2. Similarly, E2 means 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught 3q, because due to this shell at this point outside. So charge is here what? 3q. By what is distance from the center of that one? 2r. 3q by 2r. Then 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught q by 4r square, 3q by 4r square. Then what you get? 4q by 4r square. That means 4q by 4r square, 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught q by r square. They are asking the ratio. What is the ratio? at point Q, then EP by EQ is equal to, here look at this one, 1 by 4 pi epsilon Q by r square, and that is also 1 by 4 pi epsilon Q by r square, and what it is 1:1. So 1:1 is the charge. Just we need to see the concept. We should know how to, what will be the electrical equation inside and outside, that we have to know here. So let us discuss one more example. A rectangular surface of sides 10 cm and 15 cm is placed inside a uniform electric field of 25 volt-meter. Such that the surface makes an angle of 30 degree with the surface makes an angle of 30 degree with the direction of electric field. Is it? Surface makes an angle of 30 degrees with the direction of electric field. Find the electric field, flux of electric field through the rectangular surface. Tell me, what is electric flux formula? Electric flux is equal to pi E is equal to E A cos theta. Now, here they given displaced uniform electric field E and angle between area. This is what electric field, uniform electric field, and this is what here 30 degree, and length. What are the sides? Area of this rectangular sheet. Area A is equal to what you know? Length into breadth. Then 10 into 10 centimeter into 15 centimeter into 10 power minus meter square. So 10 centimeter, there centimeter converted into meter. Here also 15 centimeter converted into meter. Now 10 power minus 4, 10 into 15 what is that? 150. Is it? Then 150 into 10 power minus 4, 0.015. 0.015. Is it? Meter square. But what do you mean and what is the angle between electric field and area? 30 degrees. Area vector, remember always area vector is always normal to this plane. Then theta is equal to 30 degree. Even given electric field is 25 volt per meter. Substitute these values, then electric flux pi is equal to EA cos theta. E is nothing but what? 25 into what is value? Electric field area 0.015 into what is cos 30. Cos 30 value is what? Root 3 by 2. Then here, or even let me write here 150 into 10 power minus 4. Is it 25 into 15 into 10 power minus 3 into cos 3. Cos 30 value is what? Root 3 by 2. Root 3 by 2 is root 3 value is what? 1.732 by 2. And this you calculate to get 0.01875. Is it? Newton for Weber. Flux electric field volt per meter into electric field into area, volt per meter into meter square, volt. So this is what the flux for that surface what we have calculated. Is it? Just we need to take what is the direction of the electric field and what is the direction of the electric field and area vector and angle between those two, so that you will get, and let me take here and you calculate 0.1875 relate. Is it? And you can write Newton meter square. Newton meter square, because electric field is equal to F by Q. Is it? F by Q, force by Newton Coulomb inverse. Newton meter square. So this is what we have today. So we have discussed some electric field due to a rod and a ring and a disc even for a solid sphere outside, inside, spherical shell inside, outside, and a rod sheet, plane sheet. Due to a plane sheet, what is the electric field? Sigma by 2 epsilon. So, this. So based on this, some examples we have seen. In next class, we discuss some more examples based on this electric charges and fields. So that just we have to work out on these whatever we have discussed in this classes, so that you can understand easily and you can solve the problems based on the charges and fields easily. Is it?